And this is the sixth problem. If alpha and beta are the roots of, this is the quadratic equation, x square plus px plus q is equal to 0. Whose roots are they given? The roots of this quadratic equation, that is alpha minus beta whole square and alpha plus beta whole square. Here they given that alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. If alpha minus beta whole square and alpha plus beta whole square are the roots of another quadratic equation, they ask them to write an quadratic equation with the roots these two. First of all, write the given one. Given that alpha plus beta are the roots of the x square plus px plus q equal to 0. Now sum of roots alpha plus beta. We already know sum of roots is minus b by a. Here b is p. So minus p by 1. So that is minus p. And alpha beta is q. Alpha beta product of roots is c by a. So here c is q and a is 1. So q. Now sum of roots. Now we have to find the sum of roots because we have the formula x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. So for that, first of all we have to find the sum of roots and then product of roots for simple calculation. Now product of sum of roots. Here when we expand these two, alpha minus beta, we will get alpha square plus beta square minus 2 alpha plus alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. Minus 2 alpha beta plus 2 alpha beta cancel. So we will get alpha square plus beta square, alpha square plus beta square. That is 2 alpha square plus 2 beta square. Taking 2 common, we will get alpha square plus beta square. Now I have written alpha square plus beta square as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta, because when we expand this, what we will get? This one we will get alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. So again to get alpha square plus beta square, we have to subtract it with 2 alpha beta. So I have subtracted with minus 2 alpha beta, and I have written alpha plus this term as alpha plus beta whole square. So that is I have written 2 into alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. We already have the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Then substitute them here. So we will get 2 into p square minus 2q. So this is the sum of roots. Now we have to find the product of roots. So product of roots alpha minus beta whole square, alpha plus beta whole square. So product. So we have to multiply. I have written the alpha minus beta whole square as alpha plus beta whole square because we have the values only alpha plus beta and alpha beta values. So I have written alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha, because when we expand this, what we will get? Alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. So again to get alpha minus beta whole square, I am subtracting with 4 alpha beta. So what I will get? Alpha square plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta, that is equal to alpha minus beta whole square. So again I will getting this term only. So I have done alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. So alpha plus beta whole square. We have the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Then substitute them. P square minus 4q into p square. We already know the formula. X square minus alpha plus beta. Here these are the not the roots. Here it means sum of roots. The given roots are alpha minus beta and alpha plus beta. Sorry, alpha minus beta whole square, alpha plus beta whole square are the given roots. So we should not write alpha plus beta value and alpha beta value here. So first of all we have to find the equation of the given roots. So these are the roots they have given. So alpha square minus alpha plus beta x, here the sum of roots we already found. Alpha beta we already have the value. So they substitute the values alpha plus beta and alpha beta here. So we will get the quadratic equation, this one. So seventh problem, if x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and another equation x square plus cx plus b is equal to 0 and b is not equal to 0, they given the two quadratic equations and they have a common root and show that b plus c plus 1 is equal to 0. So we have to show this. So first of all, let alpha be the common root because they given the two equations have the common root. Now they have the common root in the sense we can substitute the alpha in the place of x because it is a root. So we will get the answer 0. So I have substituted alpha square in two equations. So I will get the equation 1 and equation 2. Now subtract 1 minus 2. When you subtract alpha square minus alpha square cancel. B alpha minus C alpha, C minus B. Now taking alpha common, B minus C. Sending plus C and minus C this side. So plus C will become minus C, minus B will become plus B. So alpha is equal to B minus C. Sending B minus C this side, it will divide. So B minus C cancel one time. So alpha is equal to 1. Put alpha 1 in 1 or in 2. Either 1 or 2 we will get the same answer. So 1 square plus B into 1 plus C is equal to 0. That is 1 plus B plus C is equal to 0. This is the required equation to be proved. So this is the 8th one. Prove that the roots of x minus a and x minus b is equal to h square are always real. So they given x minus a and x minus b is equal to h square have real roots. In the sense delta is greater than 0. Then only the given equation has real roots. So first of all expand what we will get, x square and minus ax and plus ab minus bx. So taking x common, minus a plus b plus ab minus h square. Sending h square this side. Now we know a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus a plus b, c is equal to ab minus h square. Just substitute the values of a, b, c. A is equal to 1, b is equal to minus a plus b and c is equal to ab minus h square. And now what we have? Delta value. Substitute the values. What we will get here? Alpha plus beta whole square minus 4ab plus 4b square. Here I can write this as a square plus b square plus 2ab. 2ab minus 4ab. What I will get? A square plus b square minus 2ab. That is a minus b whole square. That is what the thing I have written here. A minus b whole square plus 2h square is greater than, always greater than 0, because a minus b square is always greater than. For suppose here I have taken a as minus. So anything to the power square is plus. So here also I will get plus. Here also I will get plus. If I taken negative value also. So it is always positive. And here also we have square. So here if you take h value also negative, again we will get the positive. So the total value will be positive. So here delta is positive. Hence the roots are real roots. This is the 9th one. Find the condition that one root of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 shall be 9n times the other, where n is a positive integer. So here n is a positive integer. They given the two roots alpha and n alpha, because one is another root is n times the other. So I have taken one root is n, so other root will be n alpha. So they asked find the condition that one root shall be the n times the other. So first we have to find the condition. First of all write the sum of roots for the given quadratic equation x square plus bx plus c. That is alpha plus n alpha is equal to minus b by a. Taking alpha common, 1 plus n minus b by a, sending 1 plus n this side. So we will get alpha value this one. Now product of roots. Product of roots is alpha into n alpha. That is alpha square n. That is c by a. Now n into minus b whole square. Here we got alpha as minus b into a into 1 plus n. Substitute the alpha in this. So alpha square, that is minus b whole square by a into 1 plus n whole square. So I have written here that is equal to c by a. Then we will get nb square by a square into 1 plus n whole square is equal to c by a. Square a cancel. Now cross multiply. nb square is equal to ac into 1 plus n whole square. So this is the required condition, so that one root will be the n times of the other. 10th one. Find the two consecutive positive even integers, the sum of whose squares is 340. So they given the two consecutive positive even integers and the squares sum is 340. So let us take the two positive even integers, in the sense even integers is the multiply of 2. So I am taking 2x and the consecutive is 2x plus 2, not 1. If it is 1, it will become odd number. So the sum of squares they given as 340. So sum of squares is 2x whole square and 2x plus 2 whole square. That is equal to 340. Then we will get a quadratic equation. Then we have to solve. Then we will get x equal to 0. So the two consecutive positive even integers are substitute x in these two, 2x and 2x plus 2. Then we will get one is 12 and another one is 14. So their sum of squares is 340.